Hello Brawlers and welcome. Today's the day we discuss Special Treatment Bakugan. Special Treatment Bakugan, as mentioned in our first video, are Bakugan with special rules. Usually these Bakugan are different colors or made of different materials than most other Bakugan. We'll be going over the rules for all of these and showing pictures and examples for all of them too. Now, a lot of the rules on how these Bakugan work can be pretty unclear. But after hours of scouring the Bakugan Wiki, we found an archived page with a Mechtanium Surge FAQ, which goes over all these different types of Bakugan and how to use them. Link to this will be in the description. Big thanks to the Bakugan Wiki for citing this FAQ, and to Sega or Spin Master or whoever took the time to write this in the first place. This website, along with the other more modern rules, does say that special attack Bakugan are special treatment. So expect a follow-up video on Special Attack Bakugan soon. Anyway, before we get into the meat of this video, just want to say that we will not be covering things like support pieces, battle gear, special evolution Bakugan, or all that other stuff. Those will be covered later, cause boy is there a lot to cover. But for now, we're sticking with just Special Treatment Bakugan. With that out of the way, enjoy!
Okay, let's do this!
First up, we have Pearl Bakugan. We talked about these a little bit in Title Crash, but we'll recap here. These Bakugan have a pearl white as their main color, with their attribute's usual color as a secondary highlight. At the beginning of battle, when the gate card is flipped over, Pearl Bakugan may take the highlighted gate attribute bonus instead of whatever attribute bonus they normally take. This can be very good when your usual gate attribute bonus is low. Now, there are also other variations of this treatment. BakuFrost, sometimes just called Frost, have a glittered yellow-white body instead of the usual pearl color. Their secondary colors are silver instead of their attribute color, though sometimes their original colors do still poke through. Crimson and Pearl Bakugan have a red coloration with pearl or sometimes dark metallic gray highlights. These were exclusive to Target. No, I'm not making this up. BakuSpark looks somewhat similar, but these are not considered Pearl Bakugan in battle. Although they are still considered special treatment, they just don't do anything. Next is Clear Bakugan. Called non-attribute Bakugan in Japan, these Bakugan are made from clear plastic and do not have an attribute symbol printed on them. At the beginning of battle, after the gate card is flipped over, Clear Bakugan must take on the attribute of their opponent's Bakugan. If both players are battling with Clear Bakugan, then they both may choose what attribute their Bakugan takes in that battle, and they need not be the same. Crystal, also called BakuCrystal Bakugan, are very similar to Clear Bakugan, but with highlights of silver as well as a random attribute color. They work just like Clear Bakugan do in battle. Next are Translucent Bakugan. These Bakugan are made from a special translucent plastic, as the name implies. They generally have the same colors as their usual counterparts, just slightly more see-through. Translucent Bakugan have the ability to switch to an opponent's attribute at the beginning of battle, right after the gate card is flipped over. This ability is harder to use than you might think, but very funny when it works. This special treatment has many different variations, including BakuLyte, which is a type of translucent Bakugan released mostly during New Vestroia. Generally, these Bakugan are very difficult to distinguish from normal translucent Bakugan, but sometimes their non-translucent colors differ enough to make it noticeable. BakuNeon are translucent Bakugan with fluorescent plastic instead of the usual translucent style. Apparently, these Bakugan were only released in Pyrus, Aquos, and Ventus, with the former pair of attributes being a bit more difficult to distinguish from their standard translucent Bakugan. BakuSolar Bakugan are Bakugan with a translucent orange plastic color with yellow highlights. Though this looks like it would only be for Pyrus Bakugan, not all of these Bakugan are actually Pyrus. BakuPhantom are a type of translucent Bakugan released during Mechtanium Surge. Normally, the BakuMutant Bakugan will still have solid metal feet when they're translucent, but BakuPhantom will also have translucent feet. There are also glow Bakugan. Unfortunately, these Bakugan do not glow in the dark. We'll get to those later. In fact, these Bakugan are often considered too close to their usual translucent brethren. There are also clear blue and yellow clear. These are Japanese exclusive treatments that look exactly how you think they do. Such Bakugan were originally used as tournament prizes, though became more standardized with the release of Super 5 during Bakutech. Despite the confusing name, these are a type of translucent Bakugan, not clear Bakugan. I know that doesn't make sense, but just roll with it, cause it's gonna get weirder. All of the above function as translucent Bakugan do. Also of note is BakuMutation. These are very rare Bakugan, available only to Spin Master contest winners. These Bakugan look half like they have an attribute and half clear. These Bakugan function the same as translucent Bakugan do in battle, but they can only choose to change attributes if the opponent's Bakugan is also special treatment. Dual attribute Bakugan are Bakugan with 2 attributes, and thus 2 colors. These Bakugan may select which of their 2 attributes they want to be in each battle right after the gate card is flipped over. Translucent and clear Bakugan's effects will activate after this choice is made. Next up is White Naga. This was a variant of Naga which came with the Bakugan Battle Brawlers video game on the DS. It looks similar to a Chaos BakuCamo, which we'll also get to later, but it has no attribute. Instead, this Bakugan becomes the attribute which is highlighted on the gate card it battles on. Unfortunately, this ability is usually not very desirable, and it is mandatory. Alright, so next up, we're going to cover a bunch of special treatment types that don't do anything. At least, we're pretty sure they don't. You'll see what we mean in a second. Flip Bakugan, also called BakuFlip after the set they were released in, also called Reverse Attribute Bakugan, also called Reverse Bakugan. These Bakugan of many names have their colors, well, flipped. Pyrus Bakugan are usually red with orange trim, but Flip Pyrus are orange with red trim. Aquos Bakugan are typically blue with green trim, while Flip Aquos Bakugan are green with blue trim. You get the idea. The rules state that these Bakugan don't have any special abilities in battle, with the Bakugan Wiki supporting this. However, at the time of writing this video, the Bakugan Fandom page states that these Bakugan have the ability to swap printed G powers with the opponent at the start of a battle after the gate card is flipped over. There's no citation for this information, so we have no idea where this ruling comes from. This does, of course, make Flip Bakugan insanely powerful, especially those with low G power. I'd trust the official rules in the wiki more for official rulings, of course. But if you want to get crazy at home, who are we to stop you? Just know that this will make Flip Bakugan with low printed G powers the ultimate cheese tactic. BakuSteel Bakugan are Bakugan that look like they're brushed over with a dark silver color, and generally their base color is black regardless of their attribute. The official rules states that these Bakugan don't do anything in battle, but the fandom page says that BakuSteel gain 50 G power when battling against another special treatment Bakugan, but lose 30 when battling standard Bakugan. Again, no idea where this ruling comes from. BakuCore, more commonly known to collectors by their Japanese title, Battle Damaged, are Bakugan which use the same plastic as their normal counterparts, but have a dark gray, black, or brown color all over them. Some people think they look like they've got Sharpie all over them, but we kinda like them. A lot of people get BakuCore and BakuSteel Bakugan confused, so be aware of that if you're looking to buy online. The rules specifically state that these Bakugan don't do anything, but at the time of writing, the fandom page once again contradicts this. There, it says that if a BakuCore battles an opposing Bakugan with the opposite attribute, it can gain or lose 30 G power. Okay, what? What does that even mean? It can gain or lose 30 G power? Like, you get to choose every time you battle? I guess there would be times when you want to lose G-Power, like on a card where the lowest G-Power wins, but like, what? This is weird. I don't know. Next Bakugan. Bronze Attack are black and bronze Bakugan that come with special bronze ability cards. Apparently, these Bakugan are special attack. At least, according to the wiki, they are. However, the wiki also says that no ruling on these Bakugan was ever released. The official rules page also states nothing about these Bakugan. Yet, somehow, again, the fandom page has a ruling. At the time of writing this video, that page says that Bronze Attack Bakugan gain 10 G-Power for each card your opponent has in their used pile at the start of a battle. Where are they getting this from? They're making this up, right? They have to be. Where is this from? Bronze Bakugan, also called BakuBronze, are exactly what you think they are. They're Bakugan released with a bronze color scheme regardless of their attribute. BakuStealth are Walmart exclusive Bakugan with different subcategories. First is BakuCamo, which are Bakugan with varied colorations. Many of them use colors of other attributes. For example, Ventus BakuCamo Helix Dragonoid looks like a Darkest Bakugan. There's also BakuShadow, a type of BakuStealth that are either black or gray. They are all Darkest. BakuGranite, called Gray Stone Bakugan at one point on Bakugan Dimensions, are Bakugan that have several different looks to them. The first wave released were Chaos Bakugan featuring a rock and stone pattern. Wave 2 had Bakugan with a fiery magma look, though none were Pyrus, funnily enough. And the third wave had Subterra Bakugan with a rust orange primary color, with bits of red and bronze accenting that. BakuBlue were Aquos Bakugan with a primarily light blue color scheme, with yellow and white accent colors to better rep Walmart, I guess. Admittedly, these do look really nice. They were called Blue-Gold Bakugan on Bakugan Dimensions, though collectors don't really use this title. All main sources on Bakugan information suggest that none of the versions of BakuStealth do anything in battle. BakuExo-Skin, yes, this is real, is a very rare special treatment that has an ability card somehow. Wow. These Bakugan have something going on with their texture. Examples are Rubinoid, who has a smooth texture to his exterior, and Avior, who has a rough exterior. I really didn't think I'd be able to make a joke about smooth versus ribbed while talking about Bakugan, but here we are. I will say, these Bakugan are not created equal. We own a Pyrus Avior, and this thing does not roll. Seriously, this Bakugan is not designed to be rolled. You know, one of the main things these toys are supposed to do? The rough exterior just makes these go in any direction, you know, except the one you want. Rubinoid is great though, love that guy. By the way, these aren't mentioned in the FAQ, and neither the Bakugan Wiki nor the fandom page actually states that these Bakugan are special treatment. We assume they are, considering they have a designation and even an ability card, but we'll leave that up to you and your opponent to figure out. Next we have BakuStand. These are really tall Bakugan.
That's about it.
Mega Nemesis and Alto Brontes don't count, by the way. Only Gundalian Invaders can be in the BakuStand club. BakuMetalix were a series of Bakugan released during Gundalian Invaders, which have chrome-plated details, usually in the horns or feet. In later waves, they were re-released with more of a dry-brushed metallic paint look, so they look a lot dustier metallic. A lot of people, ourselves included, prefer the first wave. Next are Evil Twin Bakugan. These Bakugan were released in 2 packs, featuring the same Bakugan. One would have its normal coloration, and the other would be the Evil Twin and have an alternate coloration. Like Crimson and Pearl Bakugan, these Bakugan were Target exclusive. BakuGold are a special treatment of Bakugan remarkably similar to Bronze Attack Bakugan. These were released in Europe in Baku Trinity and Baku Evolution packs, and most of these Bakugan are also Baku Sky Raiders. BakuCamo Surge are a type of special treatment Bakugan that have a digital camouflage look to them, and often have many colors. Baku Lava Storm are Bakugan featuring paint applications in wavy bands or camouflage-like blotches. They're pretty funky looking. Baku Cyclone Strike are somewhat of a similar type of special treatment, but these have a striped design. Like Baku Lava Storm, these Bakugan are most often gray, although some are other colors, like green. BakuEclipse are Bakugan painted in predominantly gray colors, with their main attributes color being sort of a secondary highlight. Combat Bakugan are a special treatment that were released in Baku Surge packs. These Bakugan came in different waves, and depending on which one you got, they were either red and black, green and black, or blue and black. That about wraps up Special Treatment Bakugan. Let us know in the comments if we missed any. Realistically, we probably did. There's so many of these Bakugan, it's insane. And let us know what your favorite Special Treatment Bakugan are. Also, just want to make a quick note that while reading through the Mechtanium Surge FAQ page, we learned that, at some point, the rules for landing on gate cards changed. On that FAQ, they state that if your Bakugan opens on a gate card, but rolls off of it, it actually counts as a stand, and you can put your Bakugan back on the gate card. I assume this was to make children stop crying as much. To make standing Bakugan just a little bit easier. Since our how to play video, which you should totally watch by the way, is trying to go for the most modern rules, we wanted to correct that, since we're pretty sure this Mechtanium Surge FAQ uses the most modern rules. We'll also leave a pinned comment so newcomers don't get mixed up. We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for next time when we talk about Special Attack Bakugan. That's all for now. See ya.